Here's the latest from Cathie Wood. We're going to be discussing her dumping massive shares of GBTC, which was just reported today. And then I'm going to be sharing with you her base case for Bitcoin at 650,000, along with the math of how she arrived at that number, along with her bullish case scenario for Bitcoin of $1.48 million per coin. Let's freaking go. So let's start right here. Here's the headline. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest dumped 700,000 GBTC shares in 1 month. That's right. Cathie Wood's investment firm ARK Invest has sold 700,000 shares of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust over the past month, even as Bitcoin hit 18-month highs over excitement for a possible spot ETF. The ARK Next Generation Internet ETF sold 36,000 GBTC shares November 22nd, offloading a total of 697,768 GBTC since October 23rd, according to ARK's daily trading data seen by Cointelegraph. Now, ARK W offloaded roughly 1 million in GBTC as Grayscale's trust traded around $30 November 22nd, closing at $30.50 per Google Finance data. United States markets closed on November 23rd, yesterday, for Thanksgiving. And here you're looking at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust price action sitting at $30.45. ARK started selling their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares October 23rd as Bitcoin was heading towards 34,000. But before that, ARK's previous reported GBTC transaction was in November of last year, when the firm sold a whopping 450,000 GBTC shares. And after selling nearly 700,000 of these GBTC shares over the past month, ARK W still holds $131.8 million worth of GBTC. So she's still bullish to be holding $131 million worth of their product, just saying, or more than 4.3 million GBTC shares. And as of November 24th, Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust accounts for 9.2% of ARK's portfolio. Pretty major. Ranked third after Coinbase and Roku, according to the official ARK W data, which you can see right here. It shows you Coinbase Global. They have a market value of 148 million with 10% of the share. Roku, 139 million with 9.7%. And GBTC, 131 million at 9.24%. The ARK ETF that offloaded the funds is up over 68% year to date compared to the over 271% posted by the Grayscale Trust per Google Finance data. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is up a whopping 125% on the year, nearing 38,000. In fact, we already surpassed 38,000 earlier today, which is a great sign of the times of where we're heading. So there you have it. She is dumping massive shares, but she still has over 100 million worth of the GBTC product. Now let's discuss her price predictions. ARK's Invest base case is Bitcoin at $650,000 per Bitcoin. Here we go. The ARK Invest CEO, shout out Cathie Wood, says that the SEC has started to ask questions about her hedge fund's Bitcoin ETF filing. And until recently, however, the SEC would simply outright reject ARK applications. Now, Wood is also bullish for Bitcoin because of the upcoming halving and the currency's 21 million supply cap, unlike Ethereum, in which can continue to print. You know what I mean? Wood said in an interview with Yahoo Finance on Wednesday, I think so if we look at the reasons the Bitcoin will scale, so our base case is today 600 to 650,000. And our bull case based on scarcity that is now developing, which I'll get into in our next story, it's actually almost 1.5 million per Bitcoin. Now, here's what she said in that interview. We think that institutions, if the SEC blesses a Bitcoin ETF, Gary, we need your blessings, big dog. Institutions will feel like the coast is clear for them to pursue. And we know a lot of institutions have been researching crypto assets for a while and do agree that this is the new asset class. Quoting Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, Bitcoin is a flight to quality. The ARK Invest CEO followed up with an appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box to discuss ARK Invest's ETF products and the still long-awaited SEC approval for the Bitcoin ETF. ARK Invest's Cathie Wood and her hedge fund ARK are bullish for the future. As a result, they are inveterate blockchain and Bitcoin bulls. I believe Cathie Wood started stacking sats back when Bitcoin was less than $500 per coin. Wood said in an October 22nd interview, October of 2022 interview on the Peter McCormack What Bitcoin Did pod that she bought 100,000 worth of Bitcoin when it was only 250 bucks. So yeah, she's definitely an early adopter and a very smart lady. She said she hasn't sold it ever since, maintaining that she is a long-term hodler. So at $250 a pop, she most likely made the purchase around 2015, given today's average prices on the exchanges, meaning ARK Invest is sitting on more than $14 million in unrealized profits from this trade. Now let's discuss the bullish scenario. We know the base case is 650,000. Now it's important we talk about 1.5 million per coin. The firm's CEO Cathie Wood said in an interview that our confidence has increased towards our bull case. That's off the back of the news of the spot Bitcoin ETF applications. The bull case Wood referred to was one of 3 scenarios, which ARK outlined in the annual Big Ideas 2023 that was published back in February. In the firm's base case scenario, the price of Bitcoin is projected to reach 682,800 by the end of December 2030, while the bull case scenario envisions Bitcoin soaring to 1.48 million in the same period. As you can see here in this chart, Bitcoin likely to scale into a multi-trillion dollar market. In fact, she has been predicting the market cap breaching 25 trillion for the king crypto. And as you can see, by 2030, bear case 258,000, not too shabby, but base case 682,000. And then we have the bull case for 2030 at 1.48 million per coin. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, she attributed the increased bullishness in Bitcoin to the regional bank crisis back in March when several major banks failed, including Silicon Valley Bank and Signature. She quoted sharing here, as regional banks are going bankrupt, the stocks are imploding across the board. Bitcoin rallied from $19,000 to $30,000, and now Bitcoin is up over 125% on the year. Quoting her again, that was the flight to safety. This is the insurance policy that we believe everyone will want at the end of the day. So do you have your insurance policy? Let me know, fam, and keep stacking them sats. Now, multiple people have warned that more banks are about to fail. And as the banks fail, I think it will only increase confidence in alternative investment assets such as Bitcoin personally. And I know Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki agrees. Peter Schiff, however, believes that all banks will fail and people will suffer massive losses as the banking crisis unfolds. Wood highlighted that Bitcoin is an insurance policy against 2 things. Firstly, she emphasized its role in protecting against wealth confiscation. That's right, Bitcoin's unconfiscatable, whether through direct means or inflation. And secondly, in a deflationary environment, Bitcoin serves as a hedge against counterparty risks, emphasizing the decentralized and transparent nature of Bitcoin. The ARK Invest executive believes that a repeat of the financial crisis of 2008 and 09 will happen again. Quoting her here, we won't have an 08-09 with Bitcoin. Everything is decentralized and transparent, no obfuscation, stress. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Cathie Wood of ARK Invest and what's your thoughts surrounding her base case of 650,000 along with her bull case of 1.48 million per Bitcoin by the year 2030. Let's go. And she made these predictions actually before we started getting the ETF applications submitted. This big prediction was actually made after the banking crisis we witnessed earlier on in the year. So she's probably even that much more bullish right now, which is another great sign.